International news. A rogue regime is now gassing babies in cars in Minneapolis. This is self-defense gassing, as video shows the babies had been threatening withdrawal prior to the patriotic thuggery. A judge has ruled that they should stick to dragging pregnant, blind, and elderly people in the street. As a result of all this amok running by malevolent misfits, the admin distraction is sending 1,000 more thugs from America to Minnesota to enforce traditional values, including masking, pepper spray, murder, and lying. President Sadist has declared Renee Good and her partner Becca professional agitators. Professional agitator, a term often used by despots in training to mean boogeyman. As far as I've been able to deduce, anyone not professionally agitating against marauding toxic male racist vigilantes has got some splaining to do. Pam Bondi has weighed in, condemning violent domestic terrorists pushing social agendas. Not clear if she meant ICE or the FBI. She did describe the terrors as being against traditional views on family and religion, clarifying that, as long suspected, gays and Christians are terrifically terrible terrorists and should get the death penalty by hanging in the public square, which is Amazon. And Mike Fox of the Cato Institute commented that if cops could just kill people any time they get annoyed or frustrated, my God, we would be in trouble. Further evidence that Cato don't know what time it is. This begs the question, given all this violent repression of dissidents, will Iran bomb the United States? They may not need to. Trumpety wants to cancel the midterms so he can carry his term to term. The two nations will then be practically as one. Not quite. In Iran, artists who criticize the venerated leaders are jailed. In the United States, they are merely fired. Philanthropist and Antichrist Peter Thiel has donated $3 million to stop California from taxing billionaires. If the other big beautiful billionaires pitch in and then redirect the donations from the Campaign to Impoverish California to the coffers of California, it's win-win, right? California would then leave the poor bills alone for a year. Presidential aspirant Gavin Newsom is also crusading against a wealth tax in Caliland, saying it would drive the richos out of the state or discourage them from innovating. He's got the right bull by the wrong horns. If they try to leave, arrest them. If they refuse to innovate, lock them in their office until they innovate. What are we living in? Some kind of non-socialist medievality? Cringe. Speaking of medieval, new evidence has been uncovered by, well, me, showing that MAGA was against post-Civil War Reconstruction in the South and would like to refight the Vietnam War and make Vietnam a great colony again. They also favor draining the New Deal swamp. And, into the weeds, all MAGA's think tanks, think about that, were formed to get revenge on the 60s. Hey, I didn't like the 70s, but you don't see me gassing babies. President Vogt continues the dismantling of the American people's government with the cancellation of the National Center for Alarmist Woke Atmospheric Research, which made people uncomfortable by telling them not to bother making out a will. Meanwhile, workers at the Israeli expat-owned Bread's Bakery in New York are demanding the company cease supporting the war on Gaza. A critic of the demand complained that babka isn't political, it brings joy. Yes, especially to Gazans, who would like something to eat. New York City is turning into a sewer of the nations, yielding many amazing racial hybrids. So said Madison Grant in 1923. The aristocratic environmentalists would be impressed that the Lord of the Lies is carrying on his legacy, not for the environment, but for racial purity, so sadly threatened by garbage people like Ilhan Omar. Note to TikTok's AI helpmate. This was satire.
to get back to you under arrest for unlawful detention. I'm a federal agent. You can't do this! Federal right. Violate the state law. You have the right to remain.
People misunderstand data centers. True, we don't need to know anything that fast, but we do need to create thousands of jobs, putting millions of people out of work. People who can then expire, if not perish. And then they won't need the water the data took. So what exactly is the problem? Do your homework with AI. The federal government is buying up shares in pirate enterprise. Is it socialism, capitalist bailouts, or just doing what China does, whatever that is? President Power Grab is acquiring shares in U.S. Steel, MP Materials, rare earth magnets, Intel, Trilogy Metals, and Vulcan Elements, though Mr. Spock allegedly sold his shares after the third movie. Some experts say the moves might put taxpayers' dollars at risk. Others disagree that it might do that, saying the risk is, in arcane economists' lingo, 100%. The investments or rescues or buy-ins have found favor with experts, or at least with senior partners at Vulcan Elements. According to David French, a columnist I once read, that is, I read him once, you cannot fact-check a person out of a feeling. So it is that President Wonderland has reported that everything is exactly the opposite of what it appears to be. Healthcare and eggs are cheap, and we are in a golden age, soon to be named the Trumpocene. Not only that, the presidents in the rearview mirror are no longer on the White House wall, as they were sleepy and stole his Oval Office. And President Ethnic Cleansing is escalating Project Denaturalize so that the newly unnatural residents can become residents of some other dictatorship, maybe a poop hole country. American values triumph, with some exceptions.